just want to get on here and say that the way the economy is set up right now, we don't have time to be driving to job interviews and then not getting a job on spot.
What?
I drove an hour and some change to go to a job interview. And it was going good. You know, I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to get this job. Then it's a random job. So I'm like, yeah, ain't nobody else even apply for this. It wasn't on Indeed. I just happened to go in there one day and I asked if they were hiring. They said, yeah. I went to 2 job interviews for the same job just to not get the job. I want to fight now. I feel like that's a fightable offense. I'm literally sitting across from a gas station. Gas is $5. Again, I just said I drove an hour and some change to go to a job interview. I feel like that's a fightable offense. So I need management. I need everybody to come outside with me, because if I'm not finna have no job, then y'all not finna have one either. It's just gonna be that. And a lot of y'all may be thinking, well, it's just one job interview, you know. It's others. I went to one today. Well, I didn't even go today. I started looking for another job after that one fell through. I go over there today. I'm not driving, an hour and change anymore, because I was driving an hour and change because I was in the process of relocating. So I was having to, drive that longer distance because that's where I'd be located at. Okay, whatever. But I go to a job today and I got the job. They hired me on the spot. And I was like, a little skeptical, because the jobs they hire you on the spot, they either gonna work you to death or management gonna be stupid. Maybe both. I get there the first time. The freaking job, they gave me the job on the spot. I was there 9 minutes. I counted. I got there at 11. I was out of there at 11:09. Immediate red flags. So,
all right, let's stop it right here. First and foremost, nobody is hiring on the spot. It's very rare for you to get hired on the spot. I mean, you did eventually get one, and we're going to get to that. But first, you got to recognize nobody is making you drive or apply to a job. So complaining about the fact that you got to drive an hour to get to this job interview, that's a you problem. That's not a they problem. They didn't ask you to apply somewhere that's an hour away. So again, quit complaining. They always want to complain, but you got to recognize nobody is obligated to hire you. Let me say that again. Nobody is obligated to hire you. It don't even matter how many multiples rounds of interviews you go through. The job is never guaranteed. You ain't got it until you got it. And let's keep it a buck. She talking about going out in the parking lot and squabbling, man. I think that they actually dodge one if you ready to fight just about not getting hired for a job. So here's the other thing. She eventually then says that she got a job, she interviewed for it, and she was hired right on the spot. But it's weird to me because she's skeptical of the job that hired her on the spot, but she just got through complaining about a job not hiring on the spot. Make that make sense. You want to be hired on the spot or you don't? What's the deal? But let's get back to this.
So, okay, she told me to come back next week on Tuesday. I go back next week on Tuesday. Never mind, I don't go back next week on Tuesday. I don't go back that following week, but I called that day. I called and asked before my shift was supposed to start, hey, did you say Tuesday or Wednesday? Because I couldn't remember. I just knew they said 2 o'clock, but I couldn't remember if they said Tuesday or Wednesday. I called them. I can't even get in touch with the manager. The manager gave me her personal phone number to use. I said, okay, cool. That's good. She want to keep in contact with her staff. That's great. Couldn't get in contact with her after calling, texting, stuff like that. Couldn't get in contact with her. So I called the desk. They're like, okay. They go back there trying to get her. Can't reach her either. So she take my name and my number. And by the time somebody called me back, I'm like, well, damn, I'm not gonna be able to get there before 2 o'clock because I called before 2 and nobody got back with me. So then I was like, okay, cool. She told me to come Thursday. Today is Thursday. I get up. I go over there. Again, it's not that long drive no more. I go about 30 minutes, maybe 25, maybe less. I go over there. This bitch gonna tell me I'm not in the uniform that she want me to be in. Well, damn, if you had a call or responded or acted like you want to hire somebody for real in the first place, we could have talked about this. Because she was saying that she wants me to have like a man shirt on, solid black shoes, stuff like that. I had a bang. You see my bang, yeah. Can't have no bang. Got to put my hair in a slick back bun. This is shit that you say in their interview, in my opinion.
Nah, that's true.
My interview was 9 minutes. So all that wasn't said. I didn't get all that. Again, and I called Tuesday, didn't get all that then. They told me white shirt, black bottoms, and non-slip shoes. That's all I had. I said, okay. Why the fuck I'm just mad? Because this not the economy to be wasting gas money and shit like that. I done got up and got myself together and got myself ready to go to work because I also hate not working. Don't nobody want to be at home all day. Nobody. But I'm tired of this.
She tired, y'all. She tired, but at least she do want to work. I got to give credit where it is due. At least this young lady wants to work, because there are so many people that have no desire to work, but they want to be taken care of by the government and the taxpayers and just, I'm not even going to get into that. That's a whole nother nightmare. But let's just talk about this. Why would you wait, young lady, until the day that you are going into work to find out what time or what day they want you to come in? I do get it. You were reaching out and you was trying to get in contact, but why didn't you call the establishment? And if it's an establishment where you can't get in contact during regular business hours, that's all, like you said, that is a red flag. So I don't know. That would question, like, why would you want to work somewhere where they don't have normal operating business hours, man? That's weird. My assumption is that is not the case. But if it was, then I take the onus. It's not on you. For whatever reason, that's a business that you probably never should have applied to work at. And let's keep it a buck. It's not that manager's responsibility to call you and tell you anything. I do agree with you that if they do have a dress code or a certain way that they want you to dress, especially when you come in for that first shift, they should make that clear to you either during the interview or in an employee handbook that they give you to read on your own time before you work that first shift. Other than that, I agree with you. I think it is on that woman's responsibility to have communicated that to you instead of having you come to the job and then sending or turning you away because you're not dressed the way that they want you to be dressed. So that's some real questionable behavior from that employer. But nah, I at least gotta again give the woman credit for wanting to work. Thank God. Hope you find a job. But nah, that's all I got to say about this one. If you have any thoughts or comments you want to share, feel free to do so. Until next time, I'm Jay. Stay blessed.